alive, so get it
All
out of the
right.
system.
Man. Oh, man.
James, I forget. It's been a while since we've done this. Do I have to post a link to a thing in places, or does that all automate now?
I think you have to do it. You have to do the things.
I have to do the things. Well, look at me doing the things.
I just push
Everyone,
the buttons.
everyone is in Rule 20. Everyone has a character sheet open. Everyone, I don't know.
Has dice.
Has dice. I am posting this in the live stream chat for incomparable people, and yeah,
See if anybody
I don't
is
think-
here.
Oh,
Oh,
we
secret
ha-
agent.
So we're live. Well, I'm assuming.
I mean, they are just stating
That it
the
is
time,
Yeah, it's Sunday afternoon.
so
So
Sunday
may or may not
afternoon.
be voices they did.
Okay.
in about 2 minutes, once it finally catches up with them, they may actually tell us.
Okay. So we are going to start a Candlekeep adventure today. Steve has never played a Candlekeep adventure. They're like other adventures, but they start in Candlekeep Library.
They're
Okay.
PG rated. Just
So why are they
for-
called Candlekeep Adventures?
Well, because they start in Candlekeep Library
Oh,
And their adventures.
and their
Yes.
adventures. They are technically mysteries. They're not mysteries. Like that was some
the mystery
false
is why they call
advertising.
them mysteries when they're not.
Yeah, the
mysteries.
mystery
Yeah.
for a lot of them is like, why would somebody leave this book here?
it's basically every single adventure we pick up a book, things go
Yeah.
wrong.
Things go wrong and things happen.
It tries to,
Take
you
a
know,
look.
eat us in some
Um,
way.
You need
Yeah.
to give the library a book to get into it. Is one of the things.
Yes,
So
you did. So
you wanna-
theoretically, to gotten into the librribery, you've donated a book.
So you want to think
yeah.
about what it is that your character is bringing,
Or
literary
has
wise.
has done brought.
Okay.
Brought.
Yeah.
Brad.
Monty is a returning Candlekeep player, but is bringing a new character today, so that'll be exciting. We'll meet them very soon. And then, Kathy, James, and Tiff are back, just being
The
themselves.
jerk
Oh.
trio.
Yes,
So-
the beloved trio. I think I've heard people say.
Mhm. All
As
right,
I
people
haven't
say
I
said
heard
that.
myself say
they
it.
can see
Yeah.
and hear us. Anything else we need to figure out? Per Erica's request, it has been requested that when we start an adventure, which is what we're about to do, that we do slightly longer character introductions to establish because the start of an adventure is a possible jumping on point for listeners, like who is your character, so both describing kind of their personality and perhaps their physical characteristics, to remind people of who they are. We only do that in the first session of an adventure. In later sessions you can just
supposed
say,
to have a
you know,
personality too. What the hell is
well,
this?
you
I
can
know.
focus
You
on
don't
your,
have to describe your own personality. I mean,
yeah,
that's-
you can just be like, I am playing a tiefling
Yeah,
sorcerer
nobody
who
wants to hear
is
about
just
that anyway.
just like me.
You could have a gimmick instead of a personality. That works.
Yeah,
pretty
you can
well.
have a catchphrase. That's I've been doing in my real
Ooh.
life for 42 years. So, oh no, my joke was actually reality.
Oh, no.
I feel
Oh,
the walls
no.
closing
Hate it
in.
when that happens.
Regrets.
Yep. Why would I do that? So we'll do that, and then we will get into things. I have arbitrarily decided that the adventure is going to start with Monty's character, and then all of you are going to go on an adventure related to a book, because that is the premise of all Candlekeep mysteries. If you fight it, you will be punished. For podcast purposes, we'll take a break at the hour-ish mark. And I think we'll probably play 2-hour sessions today, if that's reasonable
Yeah.
to people. So anything else I should figure out before we start the episode for real?
Should we be recording this? I guess we should
You-
be recording.
You should be recording this if you're not
Okay,
already.
now I'm recording this.
Okay. I'm glad we established that, because I thought we already had. Everything
We-
is great. I've got dice. I've got a hardcover copy of the adventure. I guess I'll start now.
Recording.
Welcome
God.
back. I can power through Steve. I've got Steve figured out. The
boy.
reactions
I need to change up my tactics then.
that I am not prepared for. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns, and today we are starting off on a new adventure from the Candlekeep Mysteries collection of adventures. We're playing the level 10 adventure, which is a somewhat challenging adventure name to say. We are playing Zikran's, apostrophe S, Zephyrean Tome. It's you're in the world of Dungeons and Dragons when tome is the most comforting word in that sentence. This is, of course, one of our adventures that will start in Candlekeep Library, and you can bet your bottom gold piece that it is going to be book related, because that's how everything in Candlekeep libraries goes. Allow me to introduce our players, and they will give you a little bit of an overview of their character, and then we will dive into the action. First up, the breakout star of Candlekeep Mysteries. It's hard to believe that there are adventures that don't include Tiff. It's Tiff Arment. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, Tiff Arment playing Paulie Quartz of the Jersey Quartzes. And he is a rock gnome druid who is a chaotic neutral. And he is short. He has blue eyes. He has white hair. He loves himself a good old meatball sub.
And Polyquartz has a sidekick, does he not?
Does a long-standing friend now through all of these Candlekeep Mysteries. Little Antony, who we found in the first adventure and has traveled with us and now become my familiar. So he's a quasit tiny fiend.
He's he's
chaotic evil.
Yep.
And
how?
Did you say he's a tiny bean?
Fiend. He's a fiend.
Oh, gotcha.
He's a little shape-shifting demon.
Yes, he can shapeshift.
He can also
into
turn
a whole
invisible.
Bunch of things.
He's very useful. His natural form is kind of terrifying.
Just upsetting.
Just upsetting.
Yes.
Much
You
like
can.
us.
I don't know if you can still do it. You at one point, Wizards of the Coast sold a life-size closet figure for like $500, and I was like, "Who would want
guys,
this?"
I have...
Oh, yeah, okay. I was worried. I was like, who would have this in their house?
A total idiot.
Yeah.
So any one
I
of us.
can't
then.
possibly pinpoint who that would be in this group.
But it's I hold on. I'm taking it aside here to post something in the chat. Here's a picture of the guy holding the closet miniature. I just want to put this in contrast to like when there's a fancy, expensive Lego set. Lego will release these like promotional shots that make it look like really classy. That you have like a 4-foot tall AT in your like classy modern thing. The guy holding the like 3-foot tall plastic closet does not look thrilled to be holding a 3-foot tall plastic closet. He has an expression on his face that I read as, "What did I do?"
I
prefer classic
regret
closet to
everything.
new closet or crystal closet. So.
Yeah.
I am
Um,
sharing.
Yeah,
this
little Anthony and
picture.
I have an understanding that he stays in like a cuter form most of the time.
Like a slightly anime.
Yeah, like a bat or a centipede or something. And then
Yeah.
we
Oh, great. Yeah. It's just a centipede.
So
That's-
much cuter.
it says something,
cute.
but centipede is a cover. So many legs. So cover.
too much leg. Too
Yeah.
much leg.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Tiff. Also
welcome.
joining us, it's Kathy Campbell. Kathy, welcome back to Candlekeep Mysteries. Who will you be bringing on our adventure today?
Well, Tony, I decided for a change of scene, I'm going to bring Hermione because she hasn't been anywhere recently except the last one. But you know what? It's fine. She is a centaur fighter with bright pink hair, uses a sword, which is now magic, by the way. Thank you, Tony, for helping me find it. And whip.
Tony helped you find your magic sword, huh?
Yes.
He's good for that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's really great. We really should talk to Tony more outside of D&D.
Like, I
I feel
have a
like-
regular Lego session with Tony. We
I know that's
we
true.
have that.
Yeah,
Sure.
we get into things.
Yes.
James is a better person because of this. Well, James is a person
Wow.
because of this.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Because of this.
She enjoys going on adventures and making new friends and protecting them from things that like to attack.
Also joining us, it's James Thompson. Hi, James.
Hello. Yes, James Thompson might pronounce he, him. I'm playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, who's a sort of high elf disaster rogue. who
that is not in the player's handbook.
I mean, I feel it should be. Who needs no introduction, but
That's not what I asked you to do.
okay, fine. She's 250 years old, doesn't look a day over 249, 6'4", blue eyes, light blue skin, red hair, looks good in black, loves short walks on the beach, the smell of wolves, has never been given flowers. She's an ex-assassin turned ex-assassin who now mainly kills people in exchange for money.
I have a question.
But they're pretty much
He
bad.
started as an ex-assassin?
The chair
It's
recognizes.
a complicated story. We don't have time to get into it. Yeah, the people that she kills now are pretty much all bad people. So is it really assassination or...
Yes, when you do it for money, yes.
I put it to you, the listeners, is it not in fact social work?
That is not what social work entails. I want to be really clear about that for legal and moral and several other reasons.
She's the sister to Annette's character Valenthe. They grew up apart when their parents split. She refused to follow in the family murder business. They reconciled in an earlier adventure in this series. Now run a small spa together in the woods, which is doing it's doing very well financially. A fact that
That's
is
not canon.
incontrovertible TPK canon.
So ex-assassin turned ex-assassin turned Spock.
Yeah, but we kill
Well,
people
yeah.
at the spa, so it's a cover. She's not always a good
When
person.
was the last time you checked in on that spa?
I mean, like, there's a lot of time happens between these adventures.
And all of that time you're spending like folding towels is what you're telling me?
Well, folding towels and occasionally murdering
she
guests.
has people for that.
Yeah,
That,
I mean,
you
it's
know-
like, if you're a business owner, you don't fold the towels, unless it's a very small towel folding business. But
Okay.
she's not always a good person, but she's not always a terrible person. And really, who amongst us can say any different?
Got it. Basically like James but taller. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
Also joining us, he is a regular appearer. That's not really how you talk.
Well,
Also joining us, a reoccurring player on Total Party Kill, but playing a brand new character. It's Steve Lutz. Hi, Steve. Welcome to Candlekeep.
Hey, that's me. Thank you, Tony. I'm glad to be here at Candlekeep. I'm very excited to join this group. I'm currently playing Lempus Barden. Lemp to my friends, and you're all going to be my friends eventually. I'm a tiefling bard. I used to hang out in one of the various courts around Waterdeep, and now I just kind of travel the world looking for action.
I will tell you, Steve, we didn't talk about this ahead of time because your character's put together very quickly. But Candlekeep is a popular hangout for bards. Candlekeep, I feel like there's two kind of main crowds of people hanging out at Candlekeep as far as your adventures goes, which is to say, I think the big group is your nerds, right? Who are there to read and sit and read all day.
Don't know any of them.
But there's a pretty happening tavern scene, and I think this is the place that people come to like trade stories. So this is where a bard goes to meet up with other bards and hang out and have some jam sessions. So very appropriate.
Circle.
Yeah, very very appropriate.
This is a library. Stop it.
You can do it outside across the street. That's fine. Yeah, you can't do that.
This whole place is just comprised of libraries.
Guys, I think you need to understand that Candlekeep is so very, very close to just college, the closest there is to college in the Dungeons and Dragons world.
There's a lot of hacky sack.
There is
Yeah, and
a
I
lot
want
of
the-
hacky sack.
In college, I wanted the drum circles to stop back then too.
Yeah, but were they not there, Monty?
I'm on the ultimate team.
Yep.
Appearance-wise, Lemp is a deep red.
I can't tell if Tiff is making fun of me or being cool. So
Why can't it be both?
That's Tiff's magic.
Could be both. Yeah.
Lemp's a deep red color, silver eyes, no pupils, just silver, and he's actually has purple hair, but magically changes it to silver to match his eyes.
Every morning. Got it.
Because people dig it.
I changed
Also
my hair
joining
from
us-
silver to purple.
Short horns, by the way. Short.
Oh, short horns. Okay. And what kind of instrument do you play? Do you play a short horn?
I play a magical instrument of the bards that's apparently a cittern, and I have no idea what that is, but the picture makes it look like it's some sort of a lute.
I thought it was a stringed instrument. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what
A
it is.
lute is a
It's
string.
a stringed
but a
instrument.
lute.
If your lute doesn't have strings, it's very hard to make noise with it.
That makes
It's a
someone with
magical
it.
world, James.
Come
It's
on.
a loop.
All right. Well, I look foolish. Also joining us, it's Monty Ashley. Welcome to Candlekeep, Monty Ashley. I hear you bring a new character today.
I do. My pronouns are he, him, and so are the pronouns of this character I'm reading called Sarel. Sarel is a turtle, which is an anthropomorphic turtle person. It turns out those guys come in medium and small. So he's 3 feet tall. He's been in Candlekeep for like
Wait, there's
over
no
100
large?
No.
How can there be a medium if there's no large?
Well, there are larges, but turtles don't come in it. Animal sizes come in like tiny, small, medium, large, gigantic.
Yeah.
The 2 options for turtles are medium and small. May I continue?
It is unusual to
I'm
have
satisfied.
a small player character. You everybody else, I think. Actually, is Hermione medium even?
No, I think
Hermione
she's-
might be large.
Yeah, I mean,
Large?
centaurs are big because
Yeah.
they're half horse, and
I
horses
mean-
horses are large. So
Yeah, but she's only half horse.
Yeah,
You do fit in like a crawl space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've-
I am
Well,
very good. I don't know how to check.
I apologize that discussion of medium versus large has derailed the introduction of Sarel, the turtle. Monty,
So he's
please
a little
continue.
turtle guy about 3 feet tall.
Thought he was
He's
a
been-
medium turtle guy.
Nope, he's a small turtle guy.
Okay, or small guy.
He has been in Candlekeep for like over 100 years. He got to Candlekeep. He was doing research for a spell, and then he saw another book that was interesting. Then he saw another book that was interesting. So he just lives there now.
Mhm.
And he is a
How-
wizard of some
I have
sort.
I have apparently a level 10 wizard. I
Yeah.
assume most of those levels were gained before coming to Candlekeep.
Nope, all at Candlekeep. He
Oh,
has
okay,
no
so it's-
real world experience
Oh.
at all.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
But he's
I've-
done
you
so
know,
much studying, you guys. He's really
Okay.
good.
So he's an
Just a real-
academic. Okay.
Yeah, he's like a grad student.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's a grad student who can't quite commit to a thesis, so he just
Yes, I
changes it
said
every couple
grad
of years.
student. You don't have to.
Redundant.
Yeah.
I have some very important updated information.
boy.
Apparently, centaurs are medium class.
That's
What?
confuses me scale wise.
Yes. However, they like count as one size larger when determining carrying capacity and the weight you can push or drag.
So they're a very strong medium. Got it.
Carrying capacity, a very
Strong
important
medium,
aspect
got
of
it.
D&D.
Yeah.
Medium.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
We talk about carrying
Coffee order.
capacity all the time. I just have one question about Sarel. Just one question. Sarel has spent the last 100 years in Candlekeep. Approximately how long does a turtle live? Is that too personal a question?
Well, the rules say they live the length of a human life, but that's dumb because
no.
turtles live a long time. So
Okay.
I'm just arbitrarily saying, because I'm the first turtle in TPK, that they live, say, 500 years.
Okay. So
They're
you
turtles live a long time.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the turtle, but yes.
We had
Tortoises.
Frank once upon a time, but we
That's
don't.
true. Yeah. Monty did
He died in
listen
a
to those
fire.
episodes. Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of. I feel like Sarel and Frank are very different turtles. Is what I'm trying to say.
Not a big reader,
No.
except on the can was Frank,
Mm.
and then mostly picture books.
Yep.
Well, how old was Frank?
I don't remember.
There, see? It's fine.
Okay, Frank doesn't remember either. So, all right, and so today's adventure will start with Sarel in the Pillars of Pedagogy. As regular visitors to Candlekeep would know, the Pillars of Pedagogy are a group of kind of circular tower-esque structures within Candlekeep that are kind of like your main like reading rooms. Maybe if you are particularly rolling in dough, you rent a private study room. And the kind of quirk of Candlekeep is the library section of Candlekeep, which is quite large, is basically behind another set of walls and is more or less off limits to people that are not part of the Candlekeep staff, the order of kind of monk-like librarians known as the Avowed. You've seen they're always wearing purple robes and kind of scampering around, dealing with things. But basically, the way it works is that you request a book or maybe you request a topic and they scurry off and bring you the books. So you don't really have the ability to kind of wander through the stacks. So Sarel, you find yourself in, I imagine, the same reading room you always always are in. And there are, as is usual, a good number of adventures. I imagine that this is like that key time between lunch and dinner where even the most good time enjoying of adventures have to like get up and go for a walk and not just sit at the tavern all day. So there's, the reading room's a little busier than usual. And one of the avowed kind of appears by your side with a stack of books that you had requested earlier.
Thank you so much.
I should. My boss said to warn you about this one here. The blue one. Apparently, nobody's ever actually opened that one. But good luck. And the kind of teenager dwarf leaves you a stack of dusty tomes on the table for you to look over.
Ooh, here's that book on that ancient poet. None of the poems in this are actually by that poet. It's very exciting.
Sarel says to no one, because no one is sitting at the table near him.
And if they were, they would have just gotten up and walked away.
Yeah.
Somebody sitting there a week ago, and he still thinks he's talking to them.
Yep. I imagine that Turtle. We're going to do a lot of world building for how do turtles work in the Total Party Kill setting. Probably very slow metabolism, so probably you don't have to if you head over to the hearth very often to eat. So it seems like you are built for a life of book reading.
Yeah, I just slowly stretch my head out towards a head of lettuce and take a bite, and then that's it for the day.
So as you are flipping through your books that have been delivered, one of the books does catch your eye. I think this would have been a book that you requested, or at least a book that meets one of the topics that you requested. But it is physically a little bit different than some of the books in terms of what probably catches your eye. First is that it is a very striking bright blue color to the cover of the book, which is absolutely how you should judge books, is by the cover.
Yeah.
But also that it has a rather kind of sturdy looking locking mechanism, and I'm going to share an image of this book with the players.
Ooh.
Is there a key? Excuse me. Is there a key? Oh, he's gone. Oh,
Yeah. In fact, it's probably been about 20 minutes since the books were left on the table.
Poke. Is there a key on the back? So, sometimes they tape a key to the back of the book. You
pick up the kind of cerulean blue leather tome and flip it open to check if there is a key taped to the back. And there does not appear to be a key taped to the back, but as you kind of are holding the book, there's kind of maybe like a jingle jangle noise, and it's like, was it just the sound of metal on metal, or was it something magical? And the lock on the book just pops open and kind of clatters on the table.
Oh, that's convenient. Wonder why it didn't happen when that guy was holding it. Oh well. I open it.
Okay. Inside the book, it looks like the book is maybe about 200 pages or so.
Let's see about the author.
The paper is this tissue thin white paper, and as you kind of flip open it, Sarel, there's almost like a soft breeze, and maybe the page almost kind of turns itself, and you feel like maybe you can. Do you hear or maybe even smell like the ocean? And
it's getting sensual.
Keep
reading.
Tell me more.
Just bringing that Gribbets energy wherever you people go.
And yet you still invite
I'm sorry, I'm not even in the room.
The page, it's handwritten, and it's kind of in a tiny I think probably, Sarah, you've seen a lot of books in Candlekeep, and it wouldn't be unusual. Most of them are handwritten tomes, but it is it's kind of it has these entries, and it's sort of kind of like in a diary format. And Monty, if it's okay, I'm just going to post a big chunk of text into into Slack for you, and maybe Sarah would like to read out loud to whoever is nearby. No one. Some excerpts from the book that he is flipping through.
Well, let's see here. Oh, this paper is so thin. See, that's what he said. Investigations into the elements have been hitting many problems. I can use my ancestry to reach the inner planes of water, but my target, the plane of air, remains elusive. I will need assistance. Zephyrean. Zephyr means wind. I have visited Candlekeep to read the works of Al-Fatat, the Shair of Al-Qadim. He tells of a way to trap a jinn to an object. The object must be crafted over many months. I will try his recipe. Ooh, this is exciting. Al-Fatat's method of imprisonment began with a soup tureen. I thought this was to brew alchemical components for the enchantment. I was wrong. It seems he had a habit of summoning jinn into his tureen and confining them there. My first attempt to do so was not successful, and my laboratory is covered in fish soup.
I like to keep a tureen full of gin around.
Who doesn't?
I have adapted Al-Fatat's method for a prison I am more familiar with. This very book. Can I drop and go, the jinn Garazam has been summoned. He is currently trapped on this plane and bound to my service, but this binding is fragile, and I fear it will break. Nevertheless, I have put him to work, and am learning all I can of the elements from him. Success with contacting the inner planes. I have drawn power from the plane of air, but it is too wild. I must find a way to focus it. My initial objective met, the jinn demands to be freed, and it says here, ha, in all capitals. I have been subtly working his essence into the enchantment on this book. He has not noticed. I probably shouldn't have written it down then. If he's in but he also is refusing to continue working. I must bind him before he tries to escape. And the last page says, you are bound here, Jinn. Bound to this book. Bound to my service. Now get to work.
Is this an adventure about capitalism and unionization?
They all are, really.
Yeah,
I know. Down to it, capitalism's always the bad guy.
Yes.
Give me a quick Arcana check, Sarel.
27. I have been reading a lot over the last 100 or so years.
The next, it's about 100 pages of the book are blank. But that seems unusual to you, and as you stare at them, you kind of get you can tell that, with your amazing Arcana check, that at one point this was a wizard's spell book, but someone has removed the spells through magical methods, leaving the pages themselves blank. As you are thinking about that, a head appears kind of floating in the air over the book. It is kind of a blue face, kind of with a stern-looking expression, kind of a large beard, and a turban with a kind of a red feather. And at this moment, many other adventurers in the reading room remember that it's not too early to go and get a very early dinner at the hearth. And as is traditional, when the call for adventure goes out, many adventurers in Candlekeep decide that they want to go somewhere else and not deal with this today, and head for the halls. As this head appears, the room kind of empties out, except for over in one corner, there's a rock gnome and a centaur and a high elf that are like arguing with each other very loudly and have not noticed any of this going on yet. And over in the other corner is a bard who's apparently been playing on a sitar this whole time, which is right next to us. Sitar.
And I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, right next to a sign that says, please no sitar playing.
No
here.
It sounds to me like you said sitar, so I'm going to assume he's playing a sitar the whole time.
Sure, why not?
You may roll music to see if you identify the instrument correctly, because I, Tony Sidle, Dungeon Master, failed. The floating head speaks to you, Sarel, and says, "Hello, I am Gazra Azam, and I sense that you may be able to help me."
Ooh, are you the djinn I was just reading about? You've been attached to this book. Neat.
I am he, and I seek to be attached to this book. No,
You are attached to... Oh,
Let him finish.
Phrasing.
well, I'm not sure I should do that. That would be vandalizing a Candlekeep book, and they're pretty strict about that sort of thing. If a Jin is attached to this book, Jin should stay attached to this book, right? Like I don't. Ooh,
I am a
that's tricky.
prisoner between these pages, and I beseech you to free me.
I
Should
feel like
any
that way
creature live
sometimes.
in slavery and servitude for all of existence? I seek to be free.
Interesting. Now, I was reading, there's one book that said genies like being enslaved and stuck in objects. Is that not true? The book seemed pretty sure of it.
I do not care for it.
Oh,
I speak from years of personal experience, he says through gritted teeth.
all right. Well, the thing is, it looks like the guy who, Zikram, I'm guessing,
Yes, Zikran is a wizard who has bound me to this tome.
probably was a wizard at this point, but
If he is dead, I would be trapped here no longer.
oh, okay. Well, that helps then, because I was going to say it looks like he went through a lot of effort to trap you here, and then all his spells are out of this book. So I could do some research to find out how to research. Yeah, like I know it's a book I could read and another book, and
I can tell you how to free me.
oh,
Only Zikran can free me, or, if he is unwilling, his demise. It is his magics that keep me trapped here. That
Man,
is how I
gotta-
know he still walks the earth.
I got to write this down. I really process information much easier from reading it. Script will look at it. Are you? I'm sorry. Do you want? Are you saying I have to go kill Zikram?
Or convince him to free me.
Ooh.
I have
think-
chosen you because I know that you will honor my quest and that you are destined to leave Candlekeep.
Are you sure you didn't choose me because I was the one that opened the book?
I am sure.
Okay. Well, that does match this mysterious vision I got this morning, showing me outside of Candlekeep. I thought it was a dream, but it could have been a divination. And his eyes get kind of misty. Oh, that's cataract. Sorry.
Hard to drive at night.
Yeah.
Sarel, your name is Sarel, correct?
Cyril. Cyril.
That was Tony. That was not Gazrazam this speaking. Though you are
Male camp?
though reference acknowledged. Though you are extremely intelligent, I believe the journey ahead is one in which you will fare better if you travel with companions.
Ooh, yeah, okay. And I look around the room. There's usually more people in here, aren't there? It's just that guy with the sitar and those three arguing about something.
It's a Cittern. Cittern. Not sitar, Cittern. It's different.
How do you what? Tell me about the history of it, please.
Well, you say, wait, no, I don't actually know. It's just an instrument I have.
Oh, there's a book here about the history of citterns. I bet we could go research that.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. I'll be over here.
What if you instead? Hi, I'm Cyril, by the way.
Lempus.
This head just appeared.
I am Gazrazam.
Is that right?
That's
This
the
is-
head.
Yes. He wants me to go talk to the person who wrote this book. It's very cool. I don't know if he bound it as well, but did a good job. It's got that the binding, and on the paper on the sides, it's got a little design. He wants me to go talk
Even
to
the
them.
most beautiful jail is still a jail.
Yeah, he wants out of this book, apparently.
Oh.
I can see why. It's all blank inside. It's a pretty boring book to be in. All he has to do is read somebody talking about how he's going to capture him.
We could draw some pictures in it or write some stuff. I know some songs.
Play
some
one
lyrics.
now.
We could put some lyrics down. I've been asked not to play in the library.
Oh, okay. Oh, by me. That's right. Sorry. This head says I need help. Would you help me? Look at that. Find Zikram. Zikram.
Lempus looks around, checks his watch. Says, I don't have anything better to do. Why not?
What is that on your wrist?
Zikran has
my watch is actually in my pocket.
One level of chronomancy. The three over on the other side of the room seem to have reached just a heated level of argument. It sounds like it's something about meatball subs.
No, you take sausage and peppers, and you make sausage and you make peppers. That's how you make sausage and peppers.
But what if I don't have any sausage?
You just make sausage, and then you make the peppers.
Okay, do they have to be a particular kind of pepper?
I cannot even comprehend this question from you.
What if I put, I don't know, some nice like arugula?
Hermione, you're killing me.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt, but
do you have any sausage?
How does your digestive system work? Talking to Hermione. Like the horse part should be vegetarian, but the human part is an omnivore. So like, does it go in and then digest here, then digest there?
So it really, I
What's
feel
inside
like this
you?
is really rude.
Yeah, I'd like to know that myself.
We've just met.
We've
some
talked
of my
several
best
times
friends.
over the past 10 years. Wait, that was a different centaur.
Oh,
that might have been a horse.
Ooh, fantasy racism.
Wow. So we're all the same to you?
To be honest, I'm 3 feet tall,
and very
and from
nearsighted.
down here, all I see is the bottom of a horse.
Mm-hmm. I'm so much more. Eyes
I
up
realize that, but I can't see that, can I?
That sounds like a personal problem.
It is a personal problem. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want information.
Hermione, is this turtle bothering you?
I don't know. He's asked some really personal questions about me, and then just like was really racist. I come here for acceptance and reading some great books and hanging out and arguing with my friends, and someone comes up and is just so rude.
I'm so sorry. That isn't what I meant to say at all. I was going to say, we have this head. Points back at the head.
Mm-hmm.
He wants us to find a wizard named Zikram and convince him to free the head from this book. Hold on.
The 5 of you will lead to my liberty. I have spoken.
See, it's one of these guys. You dealt with these guys, right?
Oh, yeah. Books, talking.
I count 4 currently.
So in the corner, it's actually, you don't see Nyasa. There's a human male avowed with a purple cloak who walks over, and then the cloak billows. There's a flash of light, and it's actually Nyasa.
Why is there a flash of light?
because I've got a ring
Why
that
isn't
lets me
there a
do a flash of light.
Okay,
and it's more theatrical.
It's the opposite of stealth.
But like I spent all my money on this cloak that billows, and I can.
Okay.
Anyway, so Nyasa just says,
"Good expenditure.
I can do
Way better
magic
than a
now."
weapon.
So
Okay, so because the cloak can billow, it is always billowing.
yeah.
Is what we're...
I mean, it is literally a cloak of billowing.
So we're gonna hear about this
a bonus
cloak.
action to billow.
Yeah, we're gonna hear about this billowing all the time. Is what you're telling me?
Well, yeah. I mean, I spent we hadn't established exactly how much money I spent on this cloak, but it was quite a lot. I have a very accurate amount of money now written on my character sheet.
The head, just a pro head billow, or do you want to introduce yourself in some way?
He just billows and stands there. We all just look at him for a solid minute.
Billowing's enough.
So
for me.
Nyasa Nightweaver at your service.
Ex-assassin, and then assassin again, and then ex-assassin.
Currently not assassin.
Sometime assassin.
Yeah.
Hello, it's nice to meet you, Miss Nightweaver.
Why have you got a head in a book?
I am Gazra Azam, and you will free me.
Well, basically, this guy, Zikram, He visited Candlekeep to read the works of Al-Fatat, the Shir of Al-Qadim, and that guy told him a way to trap a jinn to an object. The object had to be crafted over many months, and he said he would try his recipe.
Many hours later.
Yeah.
And now he's bound to the book.
Do you believe every head that you find in a book?
Don't you?
Yes.
Technically, the head hasn't said any of this. It's the book that's.
Yeah, 11 heads have appeared to me. 10 were telling the truth. So, you know,
like
Two
odds.
heads. One who
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
tells the truth, and one who always lies.
that's what happened. I opened the book, 2 heads showed up, and one was telling the truth and one was lying.
Many
But they
hours
couldn't-
later.
And that's how I got out of the dungeon.
Ah.
I thought you'd never left Candlekeep.
There's a dungeon in Candle. Have you not seen the dungeon? We have to go to the dungeon right now, you guys. It's so cool.
James, Nyasa Nightweaver has been to a dungeon in Candlekeep. You're creating continuity errors
Right?
in your
Oh, yes.
level 9 adventure.
Yeah.
The level 9 adventure that, yes, chronologically happens before this, but I don't have the magical items that I have now. Yes, I know the adventure.
Yes. Sorry, I was just derailing you to berate James. You can please continue.
Yeah.
Uh,
what do we get out of this helping you?
As a djinn, I have certain powers, and I can use those powers to reward you. This is something I can do but once. It would be a collective reward before anyone
well.
starts thinking about negotiating. But I can give you one wish.
Each or
Infinite
for
wishes.
everybody?
I just said one wish.
Which
Oh,
is
well, I
for
look forward
all
to the
of you.
negotiation process at the end of this adventure.
I know this is gonna. It's
It's a
gonna
whole
be fun.
extra episode.
We all
Yeah.
definitely want the same things, right, guys?
Yep.
So, some of you, such as arcane turtles, would know that in addition to just the idea of what a wish is as a thing, a wish is specifically a very powerful spell. It is a 9th level conjuration. A wish can potentially alter the foundations of reality in accordance with the desires of the wisher. Yeah.
I
Toss a coin to your
absolutely
wisher?
think Nyasa is the person to be given that kind of power.
But it's probably going to be for sandwiches when it comes
Yeah,
to it.
it's just going to
Yeah.
be, we would all like meatball subs. We all know this.
Paulie is going to just,
Yes.
yeah.
Little
Made-
Anthony gets his hand on that wish, and it's just a disaster.
But it is infinite meatball subs, so
It probably would be, yeah.
I have
Minded.
I put in the link to the wish spell in the Roll20 chat, which has some things. Obviously, for something as game breaking as that, there's always the challenge of dungeon master discretion. But yeah, a wish is a big deal. Hence why 5 of them are not being given out.
Blah blah blah.
Mightiest spell, blah, blah, blah,
blah
blah.
blah blah. Speaking of
25,000 gold pieces. That's useless.
one object of up to 25,000 GP in value that isn't a magic item. Okay. Can be no more than 300 feet in any dimension. That's going to be some meatball
Damage
sub.
resistance.
I spent 15 years reading about the restrictions on this spell. It'll be really exciting to see it happen.
Uh-huh.
I find that it's less about the destination than the journey most of the time.
And speaking of the journey, so Mr. Head,
Please call me Gazra-Zam, or
Mr.
if you
Head's my
prefer,
father.
That's right.
Gazra.
well, Gazra,
G-Man?
It's honestly kind of
Gazra-Zam,
amazing you were born at all.
where is Zikram? Like, do we just leave the library and
You
Gone?
will leave Candlekeep Library. You will need to take the book with you, which I know is against library policy.
Oh, I'm okay
That's
with
no
this.
problem. We've done that.
Hand it
100
over.
times.
Jasmine, yeah. We know how.
I've
Bad
smuggled a lot of
kids.
stuff out of here.
Little Paulie has very big trousers.
Hey, there's no little about
Zikran
me.
has a laboratory several days north along the Sword Coast from here. You can follow the coastline until you find a spire made of coral. Stand at the base of the spire and look inland, and you will see the mouth of a flooded cave. That cave contains Zikran's laboratory and sanctum. My hope is we will find him there.
You wouldn't happen to be evil, would you? Just
Good question.
If you are, you
You
have to tell
legally
us.
have to answer.
Um,
Books never lie. Heads in books, especially.
I am but a captive seeking to be free.
Probably
So
evil
how were you
now, right?
Captivated?
captured?
Oh, I know how he was captured. You see,
Wait, no, never mind.
5 hours later.
I don't care.
how
Would
did the book
somebody
get in
like?
Candlekeep though? That's my question.
I do not know the answer to that.
Someone probably
am-
donated it.
Yeah,
I
but
am
Yeah.
I am uncertain how the book
pretty
is no
cool
longer in Zikran's possession, and yet he must still be alive, for I am not free. Just because you asked, Kathy / Heimer and INA, does anyone want to roll to see what they know about Jinns?
Sure.
yeah.
What would it be? Knowledge? I don't know
Uh,
if that's a thing. Hold on.
History, maybe?
Yeah, history, intelligence, something like that.
No,
right.
I'm stupid.
Insight?
It's not insight.
15.
It's never insight.
I
Is it-
counted a lot of insight.
Is it intimidation?
I can read people.
So I rolled a 5 and I have a -1, so not me.
You did not know that Jinn were blue, so this is everything since then has been new information to you.
Excellent.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Mm.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know a lot about Jinns. I know where there's a book. No.
We know a lot about gin, which is
Mm.
different.
Yes.
Mm. Does anyone else want to roll a die on what they might know?
I got a
rolled a
13,
15.
which is not great.
13.
Better than
Um,
me.
I will tell you that you let me make sure I get the name of your character correctly. Lempus, you know that Jinn they're elemental creatures, and they're usually, I mean, in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, where all of a type of creature fall in one place on a morality scale. They are usually known for being chaotic good.
Oh, cool.
So, they not so much they're not bad or evil, but they also don't super care about, the laws of mortals. Anyone else?
I rolled a 15.
15. I will let you know that they are from the elemental plane of air. And they are known to be, they appear as blue humanoids with dark eyes. And they tend to enjoy living a life of comfort and ease, and literally traveling kind of on the wind and living on clouds. And
Not being inside a book then?
that would be pretty traumatizing to be, instead of living in a cloud, stuck in an old book that, particularly an old book that apparently has been locked for a long time.
So my question is, if we are taking this book and we are going to be bringing it back to Zikran, is that not possibly a bad thing?
I mean,
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the room.
He gave
No,
the,
it's
he
definitely
gave the
not.
book up. It's fine.
Did he?
He captured somebody.
We got to do what we got to do.
Listen,
But
Nyasa, darling, you enjoy killing. And here
I mean,
we're given a chance and an opportunity to kill
Right.
for good.
for a
Maybe.
wish.
I thought we were just going to talk him into freeing this guy because he obviously
Also
doesn't
an
need him
option.
anymore.
I mean,
I like the idea
sometimes
of-
assassination involves talking. Yes.
Talking someone to death? How did you do that? Tell me
You know-
everything.
you
Wait,
know
no,
how to do
no,
that.
That's a track.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this walk down the coast. Excuse me a moment. I take a decanter out of pouch on my belt, and I hold it up by my head, and I say a word, and water just pours down over my head. Screw it back on. Sorry, I have to re-moisten myself every 3 hours.
Yeah, it's just what you want in a library.
Yeah. Do you have to do it right next to it now smells like wet turtle, right?
How moist would you say you are, by the way? Just 90, 95%?
Moist, not soggy,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
not
Yeah, I
dripping.
like that.
but
Oh, okay.
if you poke me, There's a little
Do I not squish? Yeah.
I bet you do.
What the most sensuous episode we've had yet.
It's not even grimace.
Yep.
You are going to have to check the moistness box though on iTunes.
a decanter of endless water for this bit.
It's going to be real useful as you journey up the sea, constantly in sight of the ocean.
Yep.
Oh, but it's
It
fresh
will
water,
be
right?
useful. I'm
Yeah.
It's
determined.
freshwater, right? So that's something.
Is
I'm
it?
sure that matters.
I think I get to choose.
Would you like to bid adieu to Candlekeep Library and travel up the Sword Coast?
I guess.
Nah.
Okay. And that was Zikran's Zephyrean Tome, an adventure we technically played some of, but not all of. Thanks for listening.
How many regrets do you have, Tony?
I think normal amount.
Okay,
Cool.
good.
Yep.
Good. Excellent. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Paulie,
Um,
under your trousers.
Yeah, give me that book, putting it in my pants. Let's get out of here.
okay.
I'm
Gazra
Limbus, by
Azam is like, I'm unsure
Hello.
about, and the book snaps closed and it's in his pants, and away you go.
Now that
Any
the book is closed, do you guys think that this genie would do what we say? Because he's a
Probably not.
genie, right? And he's in the book. Like if he was in a bottle, we'd just be wishing all over the place.
I mean, we can maybe sell him to Zikran. So, I mean, let's see where things take
Let's
us.
find out if he got rid of the book on purpose or if somebody stole it.
But keep it in your pants for now.
Or don't.
do you have any particular arrangements you'd like to make vis-a-vis travel? I mean, obviously you could just follow the road north along the coast. I don't know if anyone has a boat or
I've got a
horses.
boat.
Oh, wait, let me check my
wagons.
pants.
I've got a boat.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a boat?
Are there
Yeah,
boats
you
in
burned it.
Candlekeep that we could smuggle out in Polly's pants?
Yeah.
None.
No.
They're
There's
all
nothing
larger.
that can't be smuggled.
They're all larger than a gnome's pants. So
But are they larger than a centaur's pants? And
they are
how
larger
would
than
that
and how
centaur-
would a centaur
That's our
wear?
wear pants.
Yeah. Are they like this or are they like that?
That's a really racist question.
I was going to say Americans will do anything to avoid using the metric system.
yeah. There are you could perhaps pay to travel on one of the various boats, though your destination is a little confusing since it's follow the coast several days looking for a landmark. You
I
can
wanna
also just head on
walk
your
along
own.
the coast. It sounds
All right.
nice.
Yeah,
It's
that
the
could be less
Pacific Highway,
confusing,
baby.
All right.
Yeah. Safe
I
to
would like
say.
each of you to roll a easy nature check. So collectively, can you each roll try and get higher than 10 on nature as
Oh,
you
no.
travel through the wilderness?
I rolled a 14.
Natural 20, 25.
What? You're one of those wilderness wizards?
I have read so much about what to do once I'm not in the library. I am set.
you
Thank
are ready.
goodness, because I rolled a 2 and I have a -1. I am really rolling terribly.
I got an even
today.
10. I got a 10.
Somehow you end up buried in the sand, which is really hard for a centaur.
Wait, who got lower than a 10?
That was
Well, I got
me.
I got a 4.
All right.
Don't step on that. That's red ants. That's quicksand. Oh, that's look
That's
over there. Look
quicksand
at that.
full
Oh,
of
don't
red
look at
ants.
that. Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Look at that. Look out
Quicksand
there.
made
Look
of
at
red
that.
ants. It's just ants all the way down.
Ants are.
Oh, well, that's a new thing to be afraid of. I will say that strangely, I don't know why. Maybe Hermione, you are not built for the rolling countryside. You're best on a road. Traveling over the rolling hills of the Sword Coast is exhausting for you and Lempus. You both experience a level of exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Cool.
Told
Sorry.
you we should have taken
Great.
my boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is roughly 2 days later. Probably some people. We've reached the stage of the road trip where people are complaining a lot.
Are we there yet?
Everyone's shoes are very wet. But you have followed the coast to, I don't know, do you is Gazrazam sealed up in the book the whole time? But You find
I can't walk that far with the book down my pants. That was just for getting out of Candlekeep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do arrive kind of.
I happen to know that centaurs can carry more than an average person, even though they're just medium-sized.
It's true.
So you're on kind of a rocky cliff shoreline here, but there's this just huge spire of coral jutting up from the water. It is a good 40 feet tall. The base of it is about 10 feet across. And as the waves kind of move around it, you can see it does look like the spire kind of seems to kind of line up with a cave-like opening in the cliffs. Though the passageway is very soggy and damp.
Tony, can I have
Would
done
you say
something
moist?
on the walk here?
Yes, you can.
I would like to have cast the 5th level spell Legend Lore on this book.
Oh, what does that do?
I name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to my mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing I name. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. Information you learned is accurate but might be couched in figurative language. For example, if you have a mysterious magic axe on hand, the spell might yield this information. Woe to the evildoer whose hand touches this axe for even the half, and stuff like that.
So would you know stuff about Zikran? Is that what the implication is?
I just want to check in on the book with a magic spell as opposed to just the external evidence of what the book says about itself.
I am not entirely sure what to tell you. I think you get the sense that this was basically Zikran's spell book that he used. I think you'd get the sense that Zikran, and I think probably piecing it together with some of the clues in there was a pretty powerful, or is, because we know that Zikran is still alive, a pretty powerful wizard and an air genasi. It seems like Zikran was a powerful wizard who was seeking to learn about controlling more of the elements. So Zikran, a water genasi, who's seeking to control creatures from the air elemental plane.
Right, and
that
one
seem
other
reasonable?
thing, if you don't mind, I would also like to cast Scrying on Zikran.
Okay, what does that do?
Well, you can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. So he's going to get a +5 because I haven't met him. I've heard of him. But I have a possession of his, so it comes down to a +1. So it's a wisdom save with a difficulty of 18.
Looking up Zikran sets. He wasn't expected to be found this session.
On a
Everything was
failed
great.
save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. Sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
Zikran, somewhere in this world, on this plane of existence, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you know that he is on this plane of existence. I'll tell you, he's on this plane of existence because otherwise it's going to be a very long adventure. Zikran rolled a 23 on a wisdom save.
No, he rolled a 1.
What?
I said he rolled a 1. I'm a divination wizard, y'all. I get to roll 2 dice at the beginning of each day and then make somebody roll them wherever I want.
Damn, level 10.
And you're using it there. All right. Zikran has rolled a 1.
I am using it there on the second day of our journey.
Okay. Zikran
The third
attempts.
day, I roll a different die.
You know, Zikran, powerful archmage. I imagine archmages do a lot of things. Like every morning they get up and have to re-up their various wards and protections. And this morning Zikran got up and he kind of rushed things, and he did not cast his anti-scrying magic the same way he usually does.
Anti-scrying.
Well, okay, whatever. I'm making stuff up here, Monty.
Sorry.
And so I guess I failed that save. So what do you know about Zikran based on that, on the scrying?
There's a invisible sensor within 10 feet of him, and I can see and hear through it. What's he doing?
Okay. Oh, Zikran is in it looks like a laboratory. It looks particularly cold. There's frost on stuff. I guess you get to see Zikran, right?
Yeah.
Which didn't expect that to happen for several sessions. Hold on, let me find the image for Zikran. So Zikran is a somewhat strange looking creature, being a water genasi. And you see Zikran in it looks like a very cold laboratory kind of basement. There's no windows or anything like that. And he is working on just a very elaborate looking piece of magical and mechanical contraption. It kind of looks like a giant cannon. But this is what Zikran, the water genasi, looks like.
All right.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And I guess Zikran is unaware of this sensor.
If he can see invisibility, he can see it, and if he has anti-scrying stuff, he'll know that it's happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say he has not noticed it. You also notice as you're watching him, we'll say this is kind of as you're approaching this place, this cave, Zikran in his laboratory, there are a variety of other elemental creatures, kind of lesser elemental creatures that Zikran seems to kind of be ordering around that are doing kind of the physical labor to set stuff up in his laboratory for him. So he seems to have control of some air and water elemental creatures.
And he's pretty good at air sittern, as it turns out.
Yeah. All right. That was all unexpected. What happens next?
Glad we brought the nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep telling yourself that.
I brought them. I brought them. I brought them. Well, he's
let's go.
alive in there, guys, so that's good.
Yeah.
It'll be cold.
Cool.
It would be a lot easier if he were actually dead. So
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
Well.
had to go on the quest at all if he was deceased.
right,
So I guess you would have just opened the book and the genie would have said oh,
we did it. Give us our wish.
I didn't realize I was free this whole time. Thanks for pointing that out. I'll be going now.
We might have just died as we arrived.
Congratulations, you're level 11.
All right, so we're looking at this gaping maw, and we're deciding to go in. Is that the situation?
And this is going to be challenging here, given the size of several of the player characters. The water around this area of the cliffside here is it's at least 4 feet deep. Remind me how many characters, Hermione. That's no problem for you.
Yeah.
Nyasa, probably
6
you get
foot
your
4,
new.
I'm good.
Is your cloak billowing above the water line?
It's billowing in the water.
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah.
It's like the sort of slow motion underwater shots that you get.
Okay.
Just billowing majestically.
Lempus, how do you feel about 4 feet of water?
I'm good with it.
Okay. And now we get down, working our way down the list.
Rude.
Yeah. Paulie, 4 feet of water. How's that for you?
Yeah, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
because all of the littles can just ride on my back.
Oh, okay. Little Andy
Yeah.
could always shape change into, an
Like a
aquatic
bat.
creature.
Yeah,
or
or an
flying
aquatic
creature.
either one.
4
He's
foot
aquatic.
centipede.
Oh, he can be a toad. Yes.
Yeah. So, and I don't know,
Oh,
Zero.
wait, I can shapeshift. Never mind, I got this. I'm good.
Cyril, I will point. I don't know if you did you maybe have an amazing swim speed as a turtle, or maybe this is inconvenient for you. I don't know.
I don't have a swim speed, but I can hold my breath for up to an hour. So I
okay.
just walk in, my head is a
Well,
foot under the
why doesn't
water. I walk
Paulie just
forward and
ride
I come
Cyril
out.
then.
Yeah.
No
would you like?
flying or swimming speed. What does that
Mm.
mean?
Means you
Oh
don't
no,
fly
wait.
or
8th
swim.
night. I can.
mean,
I can.
swim speed is
Higher
just
level.
half
I'm higher level
walking or
now, so we're
something.
good. We're good.
All right.
What
Who
are you
would
going
like
to turn
to-
into?
Who would like to lead the way into the cave?
I'll
don't know.
lead the way.
Maybe a dolphin. So smooth, so fast.
So sensual.
All right, I'm doing my best seahorse impression and
Mhm.
coming through.
All right. You head into the kind of you probably have to stoop to get in. It is a bit of an annoying entrance here as the waves are kind of crashing on the rocks around you. The cave even kind of, has some multiple passageways here, but looking to the north, it just looks like a little dead end, and most of the cave seems to continue into the to the east. It's wet. There is, once you get past the mouth of the cave, Hermione, you can totally stand up straight. It is 12 feet high. Rough natural walls. Doesn't seem like anyone has like done anything to turn this into a dungeon or a space like that. It is just a natural cave. But as you look north, give me a quick perception check.
What the? Hold on.
Wow.
I rolled a 3.
You need it?
I need a new dice, clearly, because you are in timeout.
You want a 13?
I would love a 13.
I'm very excited about Portland, so I'm using it at the first opportunity.
The day just started, Sarel.
Nah,
Wait, but
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Is this considered an ability check?
Yes, which you have disadvantage
Which
on.
I have disadvantage on. So let's see if I can roll lower. I rolled an 11 that time, so
all right.
we're good.
Hermione, you kind of stride into the water, and 2 corpses just are carried by the current, kind of like wash up against your leg.
Oh,
Ew. Are they moving by the are they living corpses?
yes, the living corpses.
Day of the
Night-
Just
living
making sure
corpses.
they're not
night of-
like animated.
They appear
Just
to
poke
be, we will find out next time. Are these corpses living? Are they animated? Are they zombies? Are they ghouls? Are they gas? Or are they just dead? And isn't that terrifying enough? Or isn't every dead person a part of us that dies with them? For answers to questions such as these. Tune in next time to Total Party Kill, a podcast
Those
about
specific
Dungeons and
questions are going to be
Dragons
answered.
and philosophy. That's where we're ending that episode. Sorry, Erica.
I make no I absolutely sorry, Erica.
So yeah. We have played approximately an hour. I think we should take a little break, and we'll come back and play maybe another hour. And yeah, how's that sound?
Sounds perfect.
That sounds
Okay.
really good, Tony.
All right. How about we take a 10-minute break? Live stream bootleg. We'll be back in 10-ish minutes. I'm going to go find some caffeine. These
Right,
are
we're
short
back.
ones, shorter intros this time.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, Bootleg. We are about to start our second hour of Zikran's Zephyrean Tome from Candlekeep Mysteries. Anything else we need to figure out before we start that second hour? Everyone's recording.
Lots of things, but nothing having to do with this game.
Okay. All right. Tune in for the following hour where we do life chat, where we fix everyone's lives.
I think that's
Oh,
going
are
to
we
take
doing that?
more than an hour, really.
Oh yeah, we can. Some of you, I feel like 45 minutes tops. We'll get it all started out. I look at James and I'm like, a focus 25 minutes out. That's all it would take.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. I use he, him pronouns. Today, we are continuing Zikran's Zephyrean Tome, the level 10 adventure from Candlekeep Mysteries. Allow me to introduce our players. They'll give a quick reminder of who they are, and then we'll jump into the action. First up, it's James Thompson.
I'm James Thompson, he, him. I'm playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, who is a high elf rogue who is playing with magic like a cheap Vegas performer.
Also joining us, it's Kathy Campbell. Welcome back, Kathy.
Thank you, Tony. I am she, her, and playing Hermione, also she, her, who is a centaur fighter and currently getting possibly attacked by corpses. We don't know if they're living corpses or dead corpses yet, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Again, most corpses are by nature dead.
Yes,
Next
but this is
up,
a fantasy world. We don't know what could happen.
your fantasy is that these corpses are alive.
That's a weird fantasy.
That's
Kathy.
what she tells
You know what?
herself.
Listen,
Also joining us, it's Monty Ashley. Welcome back, Monty.
Thank you, Tony. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Sarel, a 3-foot-tall turtle who has not been outside the library in 100 years. And I'm very excited about literally everything.
Yeah, you have wandered 2 days north of Candlekeep Library into perilous danger, or at least a cave. Also joining us, it's Tiff Armand. Welcome back, Tiff.
Hey, Tiff Armand playing Polly Quartz, the rock gnome druid who is currently a slippery dolphin.
Also joining us, it's Steve Lutz. Welcome back, Steve.
Hello, Tony. It's me, Steve Lutz.
Yeah, that's how people talk to each other all the time. How are you, human?
I do well, fellow human. How are you? I am currently playing. What am I playing? Oh, I'm playing Lemp Barden, a horny by nature because of a tiefling bard, and a little bit mysterious, but strangely captivating.
Just like you.
Typecasting.
What are we doing in this adventure? Well, Sarel the turtle opened a book. Inside that book, there appeared to be a djinn or a genie named Gazra Azam, who urged Sarel to gather a group of adventurers and set off on a quest to free him. In order to free Gazra Azam, Gazra must be freed either by the wizard, the willing action of the wizard who imprisoned him, that being Zikran, the character in the title, or failing cooperation from Zikran, you could kill Zikran. But as long as Zikran lives, Gazra Azam is tethered to this book, and it's a real unpleasant place to be if you are, an air elemental creature of chaos and living a life of leisure is stuck in an old book in a library. So with that information, our adventurers set out. They've left Candlekeep. They have traveled up the coast in search of Zikran's hidden laboratory, which is appears, according to Gazra Azam at least, is inside this flooded cave that they have made their way into. Not too far into the flooded cave, Hermione has kind of stumbled upon some corpses that have kind of washed up against her centaur legs. Hermione, assuming you've recovered from that experience, do you want to roll medicine on these corpses?
Sure.
Wait, what?
We're going to cure
With
them?
disadvantage.
It's too late.
With disadvantage because you're exhausted because you
Yep.
had a hard time getting here.
Roll rolled a 19 and an 8 plus 1 is 9.
Based on your years of medical training, you think that these two corpses are dead.
Hey guys,
I don't know.
they're dead.
Hermione kind of led the way into the cave. I'm not sure if other people are fully in the cave yet. Still hanging out.
I'm in the cave.
All right, Polly, you're there in the cave in
when I'm in the cave, you'll know, Tony.
Oh, in dolphin form. You feel free to arrange yourselves on the map wherever you'd like to be. In fact, I'll reveal a little bit.
Is there
on
a
the
map yet? I'm a dolphin with a frog on top.
Do other people see
I
a
love
map?
that song.
My favorite Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Tiff, do you not see the map?
I do not see the
You
map.
scroll all the way to the left if you're just seeing black.
How do I scroll on this stupid thing? Here we go.
I have a question about Polly's token.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why
about
is
it?
Polly's token a ghost?
He's not a ghost. He has a little gnome hat, and he's doing rock-ons.
Yeah.
His tongue is out.
All right.
I don't understand
His
what you
beard
don't
is
see.
white.
It's a
his
white
clothing
beard.
are white.
Yeah.
His hat is white.
I thought we were going to ask some uncomfortable questions about his white conical hat.
It's a family thing.
Oh. Yeah, so you are in a cave.
We are
It
playing
is-
Dungeons and Grand Dragons, aren't we, Tony?
You're in a cave. It's I assume that somebody has a light source because there is no sources of light here.
I click my fingers. The cave is now illuminated.
Okay, the cave is illuminated.
Bam.
It's 4 feet of water, so it's not the easiest thing to traverse, and there are some corpses floating in the middle of it.
I would like to detect traps, please.
All right.
Let's
While
see.
she does that, I will remind people who are listening that Sarel is 3 feet tall, and as such, his head is 1 foot below the surface of the water, but he can hold his breath for 1 hour.
All right. Bet you can't talk as much underwater.
And we're all relieved.
Hmm.
There are bubbles constantly coming up. He's still talking constantly.
You can't believe the
All right.
amount of air you can get in a turtle.
It's all air in here.
Yeah.
Like, I
Take that, Steve Jobs.
think centaurs are weird on the inside. Inside me, it's just air. I don't know how I work at a.
All right. How does detect traps work, Tiff? Is that what you're
Well, I
looking
cast it, and you tell
Yeah.
me if there's traps.
at? Do I need to read
You
the
make
spell?
sausage and you make peppers, Tony. How it's done.
It's magic.
I detect it. You tell me. Let's go.
Is this find traps? Is that the spell you're using?
Yeah.
Okay. When you cast the spell, you sense the presence of any traps within range that is within line of sight. Good thing somebody brought up the lights first. A trap for the purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which I guess could be like people that would be in a difficult relationship.
I mean, I think the 5 of us are in quite a difficult relationship.
The spell would sense an aura affected by alarm spell, glyph of warding, a mechanical pit trap, but it would not reveal like a natural weakness of the floor, an unstable ceiling, or just shoddy workmanship. The spell merely reveals that the trap is present. It doesn't reveal the location of the trap or anything like that. I will tell you, based on your find trap spells, this cave, as far as you can see, is untrapped. I'm just going to reveal more of the cave.
Untrapped. Is that like flammable, inflammable?
Yeah. No, there are no traps here, either natural, mechanical, or magical. It's just a cave with some wet corpses in it.
What
Although
a
the
last
workmanship
natural
could be
cave-
shoddy, so watch out.
Yeah.
It's the last natural cave in D&D before the retrofitters get in and turn it into a dungeon.
Yeah. We'll get in. We'll flip this.
I'm just reading Disguise Self and trying to work out if I can make myself a dolphin, but I have to keep the same number of limbs. So I think I could do a dolphin head.
Oh,
Awkward. So awkward.
oh gosh. All right. Well,
How many limbs does a dolphin head have?
A dolphin minotaur?
Yeah.
Half dolphin,
There's
half
probably-
horse.
there's
Maybe it's
probably-
just got a mouthful of limbs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks, Lovecraft. All right, people are not interested in the corpses anymore, apparently.
I look in the pockets of the corpses and see if there's anything of value.
All right. That is a thing that is happening. Nyasa, you look in the pockets of the corpses. The corpses do appear to be two adventurers. And inside the pockets, you find
Not very good ones, as it turns out.
Yeah.
two potions of healing and 37 gold pieces.
I'm writing
They
that
were
down.
wearing. Yep, look at you tracking gold now.
37 gold pieces
Yep.
plus.
Only
Weird
took-
that they have
Only took 10 levels to get somebody to write something down on this podcast that I put a lot of work into. James Thompson. Why am I highlighting you, James Thompson? No reason. Will this be edited out? I don't know. James
For
Thompson.
answers to questions such as these.
Look, I'm adding like 37.
Listen to the public feed.
So
Nyasa, I will tell you, they were wearing leather armor and had various other adventuring gear and equipment, but it all has all been ruined by long-term exposure to salt water. So the gold pieces and the healing potions are still good, but the rest of it is not salvageable. As you are rummaging through their pockets, you feel a sudden chill as the spirits that once inhabited these bodies rise up around you.
See, that's what I mean.
That's why we don't touch stuff.
I mean, that seems like
That
a
feels
trap.
like a trap, Tony.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
does feel like a trap, Tony. I
It's not a
detected
trap.
that.
Sudden and whatever you said.
Yeah, things that
Nobody's
would be
interested in the corpses
negatively
anymore, says Tony.
yeah.
I don't understand how that's not a trap.
Hello,
Uh,
ladies.
I'm going to roll an
entrapment.
initiative for these ghosts. You can do whatever you want.
Is initiative an ability check?
Is a question I do not remember the answer to.
I think it is.
Find
I
traps.
think it is.
Yeah, I believe it is too.
All right.
I find this harmful and undesirable.
Yeah, I find it pretty harmful and undesirable too.
All right, I'll take that down and not going to do anything about it, but I am taking it down.
File
All
the
right, I
complaint.
put you in the initiative.
Little Anthony, I guess you're involved in this now.
I mean, I wouldn't have gone through their pockets if I thought they were ghosts.
Did go through their pockets though.
Yeah. I mean,
If you
that's
didn't
true.
do it, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest here.
I was honestly upset that I didn't think of it first.
I was confident one of you was going to search. Does Little Annie get their own initiative, or do they just move on to your turn?
No, little Anthony's just going to say a toad. He's just going to stay out of the way. It's easier.
All
that
right,
way.
I'm not going to put Little Annie in the initiative order. All
Yeah,
right,
he's
so
just
the,
toading it up.
the exciting news is, Nyasa, is that you rolled a higher initiative than these spectral creatures. Standing before you are two. They look like they are probably elves, but they're kind of, they're kind of very blue and kind of see-throughy, and they look as if they have died and it was an experience that they don't recommend. They look like they're not great shape. And you get to go first.
I mean, is there can we negotiate? Can we talk?
They've rolled initiative. They are kind of drifting in your direction with malicious intent.
Well, they should recognize I'm an elf with blue skin as well. So, whatever these force ghosts want. Well, I've not really done a lot of ghost busting.
How does that make you feel?
You should try it. It'll make you feel good.
Jokes.
Makes me feel good.
Well, I mean, do you think ghosts are flammable? I wouldn't have thought that they were flammable.
Well,
No,
let's
they're
find
inflammable.
out.
No way. These ghosts are soggy.
So moist.
We don't know. Maybe they've been soaking in kerosene.
Oh, God, episode
Maybe
two.
this
Thinking
whole
about
room is
adventurous
full of
voice.
kerosene.
Yeah. Did anyone sniff this water? For all we know, this is.
I mean, that
is
would be a
cautionary
trap.
tale about-
I think that would be a
Trap.
trap.
That would be a trap.
You didn't roll detect natural gas, and so now you're all dead. Would carbon monoxide show up on the trap? I mean, that's really more of a deficiency.
I mean,
yeah. You all have radon poisoning. Sorry.
Oh, no.
You're fighting ghosts. Focus.
Just attack the ghost.
Yeah,
but-
James.
Just
Two ghosts.
attack. Just attack. Pick
Right.
one.
fine. I will attempt a firebolt on the ghost to my right.
All right, you're gonna firebolt a ghost. Let's see how that goes for you.
Well, we will indeed. That is 20. Does that hit
All
a
right.
ghost?
20 hits a ghost. They're very slow moving, these ghosts. you know.
Good. Well, let's see what kind of damage one can do to a ghost with fire. I rolled 12 damage.
All right, I will tell you the ghost is not going to take full damage from your firebolt, but it will take some damage.
Good. And as a bonus action, what can I do? Hiding seems like it would be quite difficult in...
Just go under the water.
There's 4 feet of water everywhere. So,
All right. I try and hide in the water.
all right. I'm going to say you have disadvantage because you're right next to 2 ghosts that want to murder you.
I'm pretty good at this. Okay, well, that is 28.
All right. I think you basically just submerge and hide.
I hadn't rolled the second dice, but I rolled a 22. So,
Okay. All set?
yep, holding my breath.
All right. The ghosts are next. The first ghost is going to use a power called Horrifying Visage. The ghost kind of twists and transforms and like it's as if they're like reenacting their own death, and it seems like this ghost, this creature drowned. It is particularly unsettling for all of you in the immediate vicinity who are not undead, which I believe is all of you. So if each of you could give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm
Cool.
not wise. I mean, do they know where I am? I'm like hiding under the water.
They don't need to know where you are. You know where they are. So that's how they get you.
Close my eyes.
If you had thought to do that, you would have been safe from this, but you didn't.
I rolled an 8.
Also an 8.
Wow.
Wisdom
I
saving throw?
rolled an 11.
I got
I
to
rolled
12.
an 18.
All right. So several of you got lower than 13.
Ooh.
Oh, dear.
all of you got lower than 13.
I
Yeah.
rolled an 18. I'm
But,
bad.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. So, Sarel, this doesn't apply to you. You're off underwater doing great. If you got below a 13, you are frightened by these ghosts. A frightened creature has disadvantage on its ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
I'm immune to frightening.
You are immune to that then.
I have
okay.
defenses, immunities, frightening.
However, if you failed by 5 or more, which I believe several of you did, some people get some 8s.
yeah.
8s. Yeah.
All right. This is horrible. Kathy,
Even if you're immune though?
I think you're immune to this. I think because you're immune to fear, you are immune to this, Polly. Kathy, I apologize. This is
Just
happening
me.
just to you. This is horrible. Kathy,
Great.
just no reason. Can you just roll a quick 1d4 for me?
And do I have disadvantage on this one as well?
It's just a d4, so no.
Okay. Listen, I gotta ask.
Yeah,
I
But-
rolled a 4.
that was not what you wanted to do. All right.
Is this the episode? Is this the it? Never mind.
That, yes.
Tell me.
So if the target failed by 5 or more, the target also ages 1d4 times 10. So in your case, 40 years.
Cool.
How long
well,
do
Wow.
centaurs
good thing
live?
I have
Horses
no
don't
idea.
live long.
Yeah. Okay. You think about that later.
Hold on.
That I don't think that has any mechanical impact, so much as you know, like
Apparently they live 60 years.
all right. How many of
old are
those?
you?
Yeah, how old were you? Like 19, hopefully.
Sure.
Yeah.
Totally 19.
And with centaurs, they live exactly 60 years, right? No more, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I imagine, though, that is not going to have any mechanical impact on your character. It's
Yet.
probably terrifying. The horrible effects of this magical aging can be reversed with the Greater Restoration spell, or maybe even a wish would be a way to get out of this.
Oh.
Yeah, like they're gonna let me use that wish.
Yeah, I'm just saying, aging 40 years in a second is real bad. So that was the first ghost turn. The second ghost really wants to murder Nyasa Nightweaver,
Who's hiding?
Who's hiding. So I think it's gonna do a quick look around the room and see if it can see Nyasa Nightweaver. It cannot. So I feel like the next closest targets are Sarel or a centaur that has just aged 40 years. And I think the ghost is going to go for the centaur that has aged 40 years. That feels, so the first ghost does this horrifying kind of depiction of its own death. You are terrified, you age 40 years, and the second ghost floats over and reaches out and attempts to kind of just, use this withering touch with its horrible ghostly hands, just kind of sweep through you. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. You are going to take 16 necrotic damage.
Cool.
Somebody really needed that 37 gold pieces.
Wrote it down.
Yep.
Yep.
Use
All
those potions of healing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I bought
So,
one of those.
Hermione, it is your turn. You are 40 years older than you were a second ago. You are afraid of ghosts, but also a ghost is right next to you.
Yep. Cool. I am going to attack the ghost right next to me, and an attack is not an ability check. Is that correct?
An attack is not an ability check, but you are afraid of all ghosts, which means your attack rolls against the ghost are with disadvantage.
Cool.
Also, your neck hurts because you slept funny. And when I say slept funny, I mean you went to sleep and then got up.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm going to attack with my sword. 7 + 9. Hold on. 16? Is that right?
A 16 would hit, but you have disadvantage, remember?
No, I rolled a 19 too.
Oh, okay. The 7 + 9 is the bad one.
That's my bad one. Yes.
That will hit.
Okay. Another question. Do I roll disadvantage on the amount of...
Nope, that's not how that works. Disadvantage is only on your chance to hit.
Okay.
So you are hitting this creature. Which weapon are you using?
My sword.
Now,
My
I will tell you,
sword, that is one magic.
it is magic. That is good, because if it was just a mundane sword, it would not be very good against these ghosts. You want to roll damage real quick on that first attack? I suspect there's more attacks coming.
3 + 5.
8 damage on the ghost. More attacks coming? Question mark?
Yes. Disadvantage with my whip. 6 + 8. Man, these numbers are hard. 14? Is that right?
14 will hit.
Okay, good. That is...
Ghosts are not very hard to hit. They just don't take a lot of damage because they're immune to a lot of things.
2 + 4 is 6, but I'm guessing since that is not a magical weapon...
You don't have a magic whip, so it is halved.
Nope.
All right.
Excellent.
All set?
Yep.
All right. You're still afraid of ghosts. Polly, you are a dolphin. I don't know how that helps you in this situation.
I don't either. I'm like trying to read
Dolphin
what
attacks.
I can do as a dolphin.
This is the
a dolphin
challenging
can't
thing.
do.
Because if I become on a dolphin, I drown.
This is the challenging thing about druids is you need to Micah Sargent has experienced this in our Curse of Strahd adventure, where it's like he needs to know the stat blocks of a lot of animals at a high level now. And
Was a level 10
Yeah.
dolphin like?
I don't know. Can a dolphin cast spells? Like that's what we. I don't know.
I
Someone
don't
tell me.
remember how shape change works.
I don't either. I've never battled as a shapeshifted thing, so
Hold on. I think the answer is some things can and some things can't.
Yeah, did you polymorph or did you wild shape?
wild shape.
Druids cannot cast spells while using wild shape, but using wild shape neither breaks concentration nor prevents them from using spells that ...
Follow the
that have
link.
already been cast. Okay.
Okay, cool. So does Paulie need to like get onto my back to fight? How can or
You can make an athletics check to swim if you wanted to swim.
Can I grapple as a dolphin?
Wait,
no.
We established this, and the answer should be yes.
yes.
I am male. I am male.
Yeah, exactly.
whatever gets me out of this conversation faster. Just
So we have some dolphin wild shape ghost
This is
romance novel.
I don't know. What
I just want to point out that the world has brought you a ghost that the world has thrown ghost and you have thrown dolphin. That is
Never bring a dolphin to a ghost fight.
I'm
Does
learning
dolphin
this.
beat ghost or does ghost beat dolphin? Like this is a
We don't-
rock, paper, scissors situation.
Will I
I've not
become a
seen
ghost
before.
dolphin?
I feel like we're in uncharted waters here, and I don't know. I don't think that dolphins traditionally beat ghosts.
They do beat rock.
Yeah, they do beat rock. That's
There's the Ghost and Mrs. Chicken and the Incredible Mr. Limpet. So by the Don Knotts theory,
Yep.
that's all I got.
All right.
Okay.
Is there any place here that I can be out of the water, or is
not
it's
to
all
your
just
knowledge,
water?
at least from what you've explored so far of the cave, which is not that much.
right?
It's all water.
Hermione's back.
There's a Lempus you can climb on top of.
Mm.
So tempting, but I don't.
What if little Anthony turned into something you could stand on?
Yeah.
I mean, he's so small. I can't. He can't turn into anything. Oh, he could attack, right?
He could.
Because he could fly.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
you could.
Could he
Dolphins
pick you
do
up?
have a. Dolphins do have. I
one
was just
quick-
consulting. Dolphins do have a slam attack where I guess they just hit you.
Slam it.
Oh,
Oh,
But
then
you
let's slam it. Then let's do this.
You would have to be close enough to the thing to slam it, I assume. And
Well,
we
yeah.
can't-
Let's do some swimming and let's do some slamming.
We
All
can't
right.
get any closer to these ghosts.
Polly
they're gonna
can.
get me?
Well, Polly was immune to fear, so
I have
Oh,
no
right.
fear.
Yeah.
Has
So I
the-
can
yeah,
swim
Polly
under
knows
the
no
water to
fear.
this ghost.
yeah,
and I
you can
slam
swim
it?
up and just slam. So
Oh, let's slam this ghost.
Slam it.
Yeah.
Slam
there's two ghosts that you can slam. So
Polly is so slamming.
both of them.
Let it be known. Polly be slamming. All right, I'm gonna go with the one that's next to Nyasa.
all right, roll a slam attack.
What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just
Roll
gonna
a
grab a
D20,
20. Yeah.
and then it looks like you add 4 to it.
Oh, nice. I got 19. So plus 4, 13.
Nice.
23. 23. for the
23. I
slam.
was like, better than that. Roll 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning damage.
Yes. 2, 4.
All right. The dolphin slams into the ghost. This is where you learn that ghosts are resistant to dolphin damage, and also all other forms of non-bludgeoning, of non-magical bludgeoning.
All of
damage.
that? All
Yep.
of that?
You've done.
Are you a magical dolphin?
Wait, I know. I
No.
was like, the dolphin's magical because it's not an actual living dolphin. It's
It's
created
dead
by
dolphin.
magic.
It's a corpse dolphin.
It is, but it's
soon to
it's,
be.
It's druid magic. It's natural.
But
This
it's
is
still
an
magic.
organic
You
dolphin.
said it in your word.
It is. It
it's
is an
magic.
It's an organic dolphin
Aren't all
created by
dolphins organic.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to look. Lisa Frank is here. She's not going to ever listen to this podcast. Dolphins are not inherently magical.
Lies.
All right, I'll just, that's it.
Yep.
That's what I got.
All right, this fight is going to take forever.
Yes.
Lepus, I believe you are afraid of dolphins. Oh, sorry. Correction. I regret setting this up.
You had to touch the corpses.
You said you would have done it if I hadn't.
Yeah, but I'm still
Yeah.
gonna blame you because you did it first.
Yep.
Steve, what do you got for us?
Stupid dolphin.
Well, let's see. I'm frightened by these ghosts, so I can't get any closer to them, right?
Correct.
Scoop.
So, and I am currently at disadvantage for attack rolls and ability checks, which fortunately, hang on, let me check the range on this bad boy. Oh, 60 feet. I'm good. In that case, I'm going to attempt a sacred flame at this one ghost that I think I can see. I'm pretty sure I can't see the other one.
I think you could probably see the other one, but but whichever one you feel like is fine.
All right. I'll hit the one that's attacking the old lady.
All right.
So, or maybe the
The old
old
gray hair
lady.
ain't what she used to be.
Yeah.
That's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I gotta roll something? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm on, because otherwise I'm at disadvantage. So let's not do that.
All right. I have rolled a 7. I suspect that was insufficient.
That is considerably lower than the DC, and therefore that ghosty will take. If I can remember what the 8-sided die looks like.
It goes numbers up to 8.
Oh, look at
12.
Kathy's a professional Dungeons and Dragons player now. Really hazing the new people.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That will be 12 radiant damage.
Oh, how do ghosts feel about radiant damage?
I bet they don't like it.
They don't
Very into it.
they don't take extra damage, but they don't resist it, which basically they resist almost everything else. So you said 12 radiant
12.
damage? All right. Just do some math here. That is a bloodied ghost or ectoplasmic
Wet?
ghost. I don't know. Yeah. Dripping ghost, soggy. It was already extremely soggy, but
It's so moist.
it's like it's even more transparent. Now, Lempus, you have survived one round of being afraid of a ghost.
Yes.
Would
do I get to
would you
save?
like to make a wisdom save to see if you're still afraid of ghosts?
Sure. Wisdom
Oh,
is
I
my
didn't get
favorite.
to-
Oh, I apologize, Hermione. You get to do that too. Then it was at the end of your turn,
Okay.
and your
That
goal is 13
a-
13 or higher.
Oh, it's got to be 13 or higher?
Yeah,
That's not that.
it's not that. Okay,
No.
how about you, Hermione?
Well, I rolled 2 11s, which makes it 12,
Mm.
which is not higher than 13.
You know,
because
the
I am a
lesson
math
here
genius.
Is that ghosts are scary, and I think it's
Yeah.
okay to be afraid of them. And this now counts as an educational podcast. Sarel, you are below the water, but aware that there are ghosts. I guess you could probably see the ghosts. The ghosts are underwater, at least they're knee deep in water, so you can see that there are underwater ghosts here, which are even
I've got-
scarier than normal ghosts.
Do they have knees?
I've got these horn-rimmed glasses that double as goggles, so I can see
nice.
fine.
Yeah.
I will jump up to get my head above the water, point
Mhm.
my finger at the ghost menacing Hermione, and toll the dead.
Oh,
Bong.
that
That's
seems
a wisdom save.
extremely
An
apropos
18.
given the situation with these creatures being dead. Though actually I'm interested to see how this with what I remember. I rolled a 16.
That is not enough. So
Oh,
you are going to
wow,
take
level 10.
2d12 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a level 10
Excellent.
wizard, dude. I'm
Yep.
powerful.
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
I read about this. What you do is you and then 9.
All right. As your necrotic damage, the sound of a ringing bell rings throughout the cave. The ghost looks slightly distracted. But then it also occurs to you that a lot of undead creatures are completely immune to necrotic damage.
That's fine. How about
Okay.
these ones?
Including these ones.
Okay.
Toll the Dead is probably more of a thing to use on things that
Are
fear
alive.
death as opposed to live it every day. Anything else, Cyril?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around to here.
Okay. Nyasa Nightweaver, you are hiding in the water such that your friends are being murdered by the ghosts you have disturbed. It is your turn.
Well, I'm afraid of ghosts, so if I'm hidden,
I ain't.
can I disengage and move without triggering an opportunity attack?
If you are hidden, yes.
Okay, I am going to swim over here, and then pop up and throw some knives at the one next to Paulie, who is going to... So I'm at disadvantage, but I then... how does that work? I would have advantage, so can I do a sneak attack, except I am at disadvantage.
Advantage and disadvantage cancel out.
Okay.
I'm sorry about this, James, but I'm pretty sure that if you have disadvantage for any reason, even if it's canceled out, sneak attack doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. That's... Then... Well, let's see if these knives work from over here. Just some regular ones. Or I could electrify the entire cavern.
That you are all sitting in the water in.
Yeah, please don't.
Including the dolphin is 100% submerged in the water that you would like to turn into electricity.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. All right, no, we'll just do... No, I'm just going to stick with fire, because the fire did something.
All right.
Nope. I changed my mind. I'm going to use the blades. I want to know if the blades
Oh
work,
my gosh.
and then that I can actually use them next time. All right, let's see if I can actually hit them. That is a 22, or because I'm at disadvantage. Oh no, it cancels out. I think we decided. So that's a 22.
All right, 22 hits. Your hand is all trembly, but the blade cuts through the air in the direction of the ghost. What kind of damage does your blades do?
Well, it is psychic blades.
Ghosts, let's see here. Psychic is not listed anywhere in here, so I think they just take that psychic damage.
Yeah, it is listed as psychic damage. Just checking.
Okay.
So, okay. Brain Blade's good. 1d6 plus 4 those. Pretty bad. 6, 10. So 10 damage to the one next to Paulie. And I'm going to dip under the water again. Let's see if I can do that.
I'll wave to him once he's underwater.
Yeah.
I high five you underneath.
All right.
That is a 26.
All right. The
high.
Ghosts have no idea where you are. This ghost
do I
reels
get
around.
to roll my thing to see if I'm scared of them anymore?
Oh, yeah. Roll to see if you're scared of them. 13 or higher on your wisdom check.
Do I add my wisdom modifier to that? Yes, I guess
I believe so.
Is this a disadvantage or is this just...
No, it's a saving throw, not an ability check.
Okay, well, I rolled a 19, so it's an 18.
You are no longer afraid of ghosts.
Yes!
Or these ghosts. All right, these ghosts are pissed. This ghost is going to whirl around looking for a target. All it can find is a dolphin. So
I'm
reaches...
right here.
Yeah, but the dolphin actually hit it.
All right.
The ghost reaches out with a withering touch to try and rake its horrible necrotic hands through the dolphin. Polly, I think a 24 is going to hit you.
Yeah. But wait, I think I have some sort of like deflection thing. Fast.
You are limited in your ability to cast spells while you're in dolphin form.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, hit me. Yeah.
All right.
It's hard to do the verbal and somatic components.
Yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. You will take 15 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Now I forget how much wild shaping Polly has done. Do you know how that works?
No.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. Goodbye.
Other people should correct me / tip. You'll want to read up on it. I believe the way it works is you have separate hit points as a dolphin based on the number of hit points that dolphins have.
Okay.
My reading of what I just looked up online says that dolphins have 11 hit points. What happens if you take 11 damage or more in the case of a ghost just murdering you? You are not a dolphin anymore. You flip back to Polly.
Yes.
But basically, the dolphin takes, in this case, 11 damage, and then Polly, I believe, would take what number did I say?
I don't
15?
think it
4?
rolls over.
You don't think it rolls over? I thought it
Well,
did.
it doesn't with polymorph.
I believe
I think it
with
does.
wild shape it does.
Oh,
So I think Polly takes 4 damage, and Polly is now swimming there.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I just assumed that Polly was casting polymorph, but
Nope, Polly's a druid, so wild
Alright.
shape. All right. That was Ghost the first. Ghost the second. will
Wait, so
attack-
wait. I'm now Polly again?
You're now
Yeah,
Polly again.
and
Someone's got to
drowning.
pull me out of this water. I'm
Yeah.
gonna die.
It's just, I want to point out, you're a level 10 adventurer. You hopefully
Okay,
learned
I
to
can
swim. So
I can
if you,
I'm treading water, but it's not going well.
well, yeah, if you want to establish that your character never learned to swim or has a fear of water or things like that, I'm all for that. But in general, I
That
think
seems not super smart to.
I don't think you get to level 10 without learning how. In general, I would
I
have
can
said that
swim a
you
little
should not have gone into this cave. I mean, that was,
I was a dolphin. It was fine.
and you were just like, I'm just going to be a dolphin forever.
I
Um,
don't need to learn to swim. I can become a dolphin,
dolphin,
whenever I
yeah.
want.
I
Yeah.
didn't know the dolphins would
All
ever
right, I'm
take
doing
damage.
the doggy paddle. I'm staying
Yep.
afloat.
All right,
It's not going well.
Hermione, a ghost reaches out for you with a withering touch. A 7 is not going to hit a centaur. It is your turn. Are you still afraid of ghosts?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I rolled the 2 11s.
So you still have disadvantage if you want to
Yeah.
attack a ghost.
I do want to attack a ghost with my short sword.
All right.
Well, man, I rolled a natural 20 and a 5. So 5 plus 5 plus 9 is 14.
You get +9 to your attack?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Level 10.
level 10,
Yeah.
dude.
Level
10.
10.
You hit a ghost with your magic sword. Roll damage.
Fantastic. I rolled a 3 plus 5 is 8.
Damage. All right, 8 damage. That ghost is sad. Roll a whip attack, which will do a little bit of damage if it hits.
Oh, yes, it does. Because I rolled a 16 and an 18. So plus whatever, it doesn't matter because it would still hit.
Yep.
5 points of damage.
But it's not magical, so it becomes 2 points of damage. All right, Polly, give me a quick athletics check as you attempt to tread water.
Not strong here.
Doing great, Paulie.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
5. Polly, you are not doing great. I think your ability to do anything your ability to move is severely compromised. And I think if you want to make any attacks, they're probably going to be a disadvantage. I don't know. You are in the early stages of what we call drowning.
Even if
I got
it. Even if there's a spell, like I can't cast a spell.
No, you can cast a spell. It's going to look really sad. Nobody is going to think it's look cool.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast Elemental Bane, and I'm gonna do it at the 5th level, so I could target the 2 ghosts at the same time.
All right. What does that do?
It basically one creature you can see within range. Well, in this case, 2. You can follow damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. So.
Okay. So, and how does this work? It makes it so that creature is vulnerable to that damage or something.
The first time each are affected, the target damages chosen type. The target takes an extra 2d6 damage of that type.
So your job here is to decide what type of damage you think the ghosts are going to take in the future.
And
Fire.
while
Is
she's
that what
doing
that
that,
is?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll if
Duh.
I'm afraid.
Because you're
Never
basically
mind.
it makes them so they're going to take extra damage the next time they take that. I will say, based on things that your friends have mentioned, fire is probably your best bet.
Is that going to be worth it? Who's coming up next? Do you have fire?
I got fire. Nyasa has fire.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it then.
All right.
Let's do it.
So each target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be affected for a minute. How are ghosts at Constitution? This is the northmost ghost. This is the southmost ghost.
The ghost of the north.
I rolled a 17 is pretty good, and an 11 is not so good.
The 11 fails.
All right. The ghost next to Hermione is now going to take extra fire damage.
Nice.
Okay, that's Polly.
Yep.
That's Polly.
Lempus is next.
This is new good outbreak series.
All right. Well, I could protect myself from evil and improve my chances of being unfrightened, but I think it's probably a better bet just to keep shooting at this ghost down here. Take my chances with the regular saving throw. So I'm going to attempt to Sacred Flame the ghost to the south.
All right. Ghost
So
to the south.
dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. I have rolled a 3.
Excellent.
Nice.
In that case, the radiant damage is coming your way to the tune of 12 radiant damage again.
All right.
Which, as that bloodied the ghost last time, I'm assuming means
that ghost kind of evaporates away, expunged by radiant damage.
Beautiful. And no, unfortunately, I'm still scared of the dead ghost.
Okay.
The even deader ghost.
Yeah, I was going to attack that guy. The guy next to me. All right, let's just do this. I will jump up into the air to get my... Is this a verbal component spell? It is. I will jump up into the... Well, not into the air, but into the water to get my head into the air so that I can get my hand above the water and cast Firebolt. Unfortunately, it's at this guy next to me, so it's going to be at disadvantage. I rolled badly, but I have great stats, so that is a 15.
15 hits.
Oh, nice.
Is that the one with the extra damage too?
I believe it's not. I believe the one
that was the one that died.
Yeah. They did not die in the order that was most advantageous for you.
I'm bad at D&D.
Or we're bad at
You're a level
it.
10 Druid. No one can take that from you.
Please take 16 points of fire
for the
damage.
water as I drown.
16 points of fire damage, except they resist fire damage, so 8 points of fire damage.
All right.
But this ghost is now bloodied.
Now I will move over to the square Polly is in, and I would like to do a bonus action to prop Polly up. Keep in mind, my head is 1 foot below the top of the waves, so my shoulders should be a really good base for a gnome to stand on. And
I feel like everything about
just above
everything about a turtle is like that they are like bottom of the pyramid, kind of like they are built for this. Like, so this is not a particular turtle based skill that you have so much as like just the physical attributes of you being very wide is advantageous for this.
You're gonna get hop-ons.
Yeah. So, all right, Nyasa, you have continued to hide while your friends have been murdered by ghosts.
Not murdered yet.
Pre-murdered by ghosts.
We're all looking for the person who did this. I am gonna leap out of the water. I am not afraid of ghosts. There is one of my party next to the ghost, so I have advantage. So I should.
Frankly, too.
I should get sneak attack if this works. That is an 18. Does that hit?
That absolutely has a ghost.
Okay. In that case, that ghost is going to take quite a bit of damage. What is my current? Sneak attack is... Oh, I get a bonus 5d6 now, since I'm level 10. So this is 66. I'm going to need another D.
66.
All
right. 66d6 plus 4 is... 2 ones, great. 6, 11, 15, 19, 23 damage.
All right, your psychic, and these are psychic, which the ghost does not resist. Your psychic knives rip through the ghost as its face twists into a silent scream, and it disappears from this realm.
No
not-
lasting damage to
no
anybody.
longer.
Apart from one person.
All right. You are now out of combat. You can move
Guys, I'm not
around.
scared of ghosts anymore.
Me neither. Hooray!
You continue to roll until you're not afraid of ghosts, but Hermione, you are 40 years older.
You've got very, very distinguished
and-
silver in the main.
Yeah,
and-
your mane now has a big streak of silver through the pink. But it is a lot of things are kind of coming clear to you. You suddenly realize that you have not saved a lot for retirement. This
yeah,
is
I'm
not
not supposed to be retired yet.
This is
Obviously, I'm here working.
not where you thought you'd be.
Lempus walks over to Hermione and says, I do like an older lady, but ma'am. And he puts his hand on her flank and casts Greater Restoration.
You have Greater Restoration just ready
For level
to
10.
out. Wow. All right. The years melt away.
And then he says, and you can call me Lemp.
Thanks, Lamp.
Steve, what level spell is that? That's not a freebie that you're just popping out there.
I think it's a 5.
Yeah, okay. Level 10. Nice.
Or
I
wait,
like
let
how
me
your
see, where
name
did I
gets
get that?
shorter
Yeah, I
and
think so.
shorter every time you make friends with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. All right, you are
Does that give any hit points back, or just
It just clears up
Just
your,
the age-
your
okay.
condition.
you're
Clears up.
horrible.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. The horrible medical condition which we call being middle-aged. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Nyasa would share one of those potions of healing that got us into this mess.
I don't need it that bad. I
I
only got
kind of
like 12 points of damage.
I kind of look
40.
down at the 37 gold pieces and think, fine. And I chug one of the potions over. Just one.
Just one.
one.
Yeah.
Who are you chucking it to? Just 'cause it's
How
gonna
much
be
damage
important.
did people take, incidentally?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Almost none.
Yeah, I'm 78 out of 94, so not.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't even.
Yeah, so I don't need.
You just
Yeah,
keep,
but I'll keep it.
You
I'll-
keep
yeah,
that
I'll
one
keep
for
it.
the trouble.
It's a freebie.
Yeah,
All
for,
right.
the trouble
You're a
cause.
dealer.
Mainly keep track of it because it is sometimes important to know in battle who has the healing potion and who
Yeah.
does not. For example, if somebody has it and they're dead, that's less useful than if somebody else has it and has the
You can
ability to
loot
give
their
it
corpse.
to somebody.
Trust
I
me.
gotta write this down.
All right. So
Um,
who Hermione has one and Nyasa has one.
Yep.
All right.
and I've got 37.
What would you like
gold
to do
pieces.
next?
Go home.
It does look like the cave continues kind of to the southeast, but there's two waterlogged adventurer corpses here that are now ghost free.
We saved them.
Mm.
We let them pass on to the other side.
All right. Well, I'm
Yes,
gonna
that
keep
was an exorcism.
going.
Lighter of
I
possessions.
guess I'm just I'm riding.
Yeah. I'm walking on the bottom and Polly is riding on top of me.
All right. Hermione, it looks like you're continuing to lead the way into
Yep.
the cave. The passageway kind of continues to the east. Oh, well, not so fast.
Fine.
Mainly as there's the cave continues to the east. It suddenly there's like a kind of a rapid drop off here as the area beyond is much deeper than where your token is now. So you're standing in 4 feet deep water. There seems to be like a good size kind of pit here with 10 feet deep water. But you can actually say it looks like there might be some kind of passageway, and you can even see it looks like maybe perhaps like worked stone, as if somebody who has built an area into the cave beyond. But there's a deep pool of water between you and that.
Someone flipped this cave.
Oh wait, I have something that can help us.
Is it a dolphin?
We've already tried that. We're not going back to the dolphin. We're moving on.
How often can you change?
Only twice until I rest. I have like a mold earth kind of.
Moldy.
Moldy earth.
It's very moist in here. It's probably already moldy.
Yeah.
I can move dirt, stone into the ground. Give me a second. Talk
Yep.
amongst yourselves,
Are-
please.
are you-
trying
are
to
you
make a
saying-
here
Bridge?
exactly?
I love it.
Are you trying to?
Don't we need to cross this situation? Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying
I
to
mean,
do?
we could swim, but you're
You
saying
could
you
swim.
can make the Earth move for us.
Yeah, if we need to. How about that? It's out there.
Yeah. Should we
At
like?
will.
try
I'd say
and
hold on
roll
to that for an
yeah.
emergency get outside of this cave situation.
I mean, it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
I could do whatever.
You might need to
Okay.
bring down a.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could do that too.
I mean, leaving
let's-
aside the fact that there's probably something horrible at the bottom of this water,
Almost certainly.
who do we send to go across first?
Actually, I'll go across because I have spider climb, so I can climb the walls.
Do you always have spider climb, or are you doing something to make that happen?
I'm doing something to make that happen.
Okay.
Can I do that something?
Yeah, do it.
All right, let's climb like a spider, baby. Okay.
All right.
Climbing.
And I imagine little Annie just like perches on your shoulder while you do it. So you just climb
He could turn
around.
into. He could climb anything. He's fine.
Oh, he can turn into like a sparrow or something. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You climb around the room. I'm going to reveal further of the map here and arrive on the other side of the pool. It does look like there's some kind of chamber over here. There's, a worked stone floor. Doesn't look like anyone's been here in quite a while. There's some kind of furniture in bad shape, but it looks like maybe there's like a super old bookcase with some old books on it and some scrolls. I'm also going to say, Polly, right where you are standing, you notice there's a bunch of like claw marks on the ground as if like separating from where the pool is to where this kind of ledge that you've arrived on. As if something with large claws has passed this way.
Yeah, I'm staying on this wall.
All right. So Polly has traversed the pool of water. Would somebody else like to attempt to traverse the pool of water?
I would like to
Hermione.
attempt to traverse the. Oh,
Go
everybody
ahead.
would.
Yes, everybody.
Cyril, go for it first.
I will walk along the bottom of the pool.
All right. It's a pretty dramatic drop off. You are now, I imagine you can see great underwater because turtle. The thing that you realize is a challenge is that there's basically, as you approach the other side, it's almost like a cliff. You basically hit a wall and 10 feet above you is the ledge where Polly is.
I will swim up.
Okay. Probably give me an athletics check to swim
You
up.
weren't supposed to figure that out so fast.
I mean, it's just I'm in water. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, no, people seemed very afraid of it.
I rolled a 5.
You know what? I think you have advantage because you're a turtle.
Roll a 4.
Yeah.
16.
All right. You climb out. You also notice it's as if right where you climb, something very big, like has pulled itself up out of that pool of water into this room beyond. Sarel has crossed the pool of water. The pool of water that is just a pool of water. And Sarel
Hermione-
specifically crossed along the bottom where anything horrible would live. Hermione, you want to go next?
Yeah, she's gonna swim across.
All right, give me a quick athletics check to swim across.
Ha ha! I rolled an 18 and a nat 20.
All right, you get across.
So I'm across.
All right. Lempus, how you doing over there? It's you and Nyasa are the only ones left.
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I guess I'm also going to try to swim across.
Okay. Athletics check.
I believe I'm still at a disadvantage. Is that right?
Mhm.
Being so exhausted from
So
all this
tired. So
walking
tired.
down the beach.
Yeah, it was so much easier when you just stayed at home and played that, Saturn.
Nobody likes long walks on the beach.
Well, it's either a 4 or a 6. I guess that means
all
it's
right.
a 4.
You are struggling. I am going to say that you are actually
so tired.
You are very tired. You are going to take another level of exhaustion.
Great. What does that do for me?
Looking that up right now, it's your speed is halved. You're just so tired, but you make it across.
Do we have
I
any
do.
coffee?
And Nyasa, you are there looking around. It's just you and a bag of grass and a scared-looking sheep, and you decide it's time to cross this body of water.
Can I do something like acrobatic? I want to come out of this water, like
Like a mermaid?
synchronized swimming mermaid.
With yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. Roll athletics to swim across the pool of water.
I'm really good at acrobatics.
I like how you guys are just amazing level 10 characters who can't swim 15 feet.
Listen.
Look, we've spent most of our lives around libraries and stuff.
There's a great book on how to swim. It's got all of the biomechanics you need.
Mm-hmm.
I have
As a turtle.
rolled an where's my athletics +1? I've rolled an 18.
All right, you swim effortlessly across the pool of water and do a really awesome kind of reverse leap out of the water.
And land with a superhero pose on the ground.
Yeah, which probably is actually really uncomfortable, but you do. So
They just shot that in reverse.
Looking around, you're in kind of a strange chamber. It has been dug out of the surrounding stone, unlike the kind of natural caves you were in. The floor is slick with moisture, but it does seem like you're up above the water level of the pool that you just traversed. There's kind of some weird stains on the floor, and it looks like maybe there's like some just like furniture that has just been kind of like crushed and destroyed and then like shoved into the corner. You can see in one corner there's just like all these like fragmented bits of stuff. It looks like maybe there was like a bed and a desk there. There is in another corner, like there's some shelving with it looks like some books and scrolls on it, and then there is a set of double doors leading
Double doors.
leading north.
Books, you say?
Yeah.
Just be careful about touching things in this place.
Oh, like this? Grab a book.
All right. You grab
I've got
a book.
I've got this giant shell on. It's fine, man. It's cool. I'm not like you. You got this squishy skin that's easily. Look, this shell. It's fine.
Looking through the book that you grab, Sarel, I think especially after spending a century in Candlekeep Library, this would be just kind of a very sad, almost pathetic kind of sight. The book you're holding is all waterlogged and kind of ruined by moisture. And looking through it, a lot of the pages have all kind of like molded together. But what you can tell of it, it looks like it is a book with it's like a ship's log with various daily entries and records of places that they've docked and goods they've taken on and goods they've offloaded and whatnot. It's not very exciting, and the quality of the book itself is miserable.
What if I cast mending on it?
Is this book in a quality that is possible to mend? I think mending is usually specifically for like joining two things. I don't think you can de-age something with mending.
I cast Greater Restoration.
Oh, no. You now have a nice mint condition, useless old book.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't hold the same love for books as my friend.
There are a bunch of other books and some scrolls. Sarel, I'll assume that you looked at another book because of who you are. And they seem to all be things related to kind of boats and ships and travel at sea.
We're going to have to get back into Candlekeep, so I'm just going to grab 5 of these. I don't think Candlekeep has the Sword Coast tide tables for 600 years ago.
Please mark that down, and please give yourself inspiration for improvising an excellent book choice.
I thought we got our hands stamped and we didn't need to provide a different book each time we went back.
Sarel
You
is
don't
less
have to.
Yeah.
But you can.
Also, Sarel is less familiar with going in and out, having possibly only gone out once, and possibly didn't stop to get his hand stamped because you guys were stealing a book when you did it.
Also, I'm a cloistered scholar, which means I have access to libraries anywhere I go.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think Sarel is operating on a different moral compass than the rest of you, is what I'm saying.
Our moral compass just spins round and round.
What would you like to do next?
I mean, this room is fairly ominous. The scrape marks on the ground kind of don't have a good vibe. So,
Not like those other scrape marks.
well, I'm just thinking, like, do we want to stay?
Somebody was dragging a present for me.
Oh, I can tell here that it was like really nicely wrapped by the streaks.
The seaweed.
I'm not sure we linger in this room, but
Where would you
It
like to
seems
linger,
like we
Nyasa?
Do you have
do,
to let it
man.
linger? Do you have
I-
to? Do you have
We're
to?
lingering right now.
I mean, you're
We're
doing
practically
your.
loitering.
What are you gonna do, James?
I'm gonna just stick my head through those doors at the front in a very sneaky
All right.
fashion.
All right. You look through the double doors to the north.
Dumbledore's.
Stick your head through the
Dumbledore's.
Dumbledore.
Yep.
All right. Allow
He
me
loves that.
to read a description
Very into it.
and then I'm going to share some art with you. This is one of the best Dungeons and Dragons room descriptions where they totally, as traditional, bury the lead after a paragraph of describing things that you would have noticed way after noticing the thing in the last sentence. Several small glowing stones hang from the 20-foot high ceiling of the large cave you are looking into, Nyasa. It is cluttered with laboratory equipment and beautiful coral sculptures. Rising from the floor in the center of the room is a circular stone dais that has obvious grooves to accommodate a device of some kind, though no such device is present. Instead, atop this dais is a bronze-scale dragon wearing a dramatic coral crown.
Ah,
But we
Friends.
start with a small glowing stone.
Yep.
yes.
Yep. Let me tell you
It's so
about.
pretty.
Let me tell you about what kind of light bulbs are in this room before we met the dragon.
The gigantic dragon with a
in
crown.
the middle of it, wearing a crown. And I'll put the dragon on the token map. Will this dragon wish you harm, or are they here to help you? And what of Zikran? Is this not his laboratory? Where is he, as was foretold by Sarel's portents? And will we be able to help our friend, the genie, trapped inside the book? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill, Candlekeep Mysteries, -, Zikran's Zephyrean Tome, ; James, why did you do that? The end.
I closed
Of
the
this
I hate
door.
that the
episode.
table doesn't line up with where the token has to
I
go.
know. I apologize. I got a fancier map than came with the adventure, but then it has tile work that doesn't fit the grid work. It's very frustrating. So,
But the curtains match the
mm.
carpet.
Drapes.
So.
Is this the
Yeah,
same lab that I saw when I scried?
it is not at all.
Ah,
So I would say that was clearly like an active,
We've solved the mystery.
lab in more. And I think you can see through there any moment, right? Or for some amount of time where your sensor was, right?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, this does not line up with what you expected. Clearly a different room. There was no dragon in it. I would have mentioned. Yeah.
With the light
you
bulbs.
never asked me.
After four other paragraphs,
You
would have
never
mentioned the
asked me,
dragon.
was there a large bronze
Was there a dragon?
standing next to Zikran? And so
I
I
know.
didn't have to tell you if you didn't ask.
Flying
Oh.
lasts 10 minutes, so it's probably
10 minutes.
worn
Oh,
off
so it's
by now.
probably worn off, but yeah, no, that you don't recognize this room. It's not the same room that you saw Zikran in. Okay. So live stream /bootleg. Thank you for listening. I think we are going to sign off now.